I also say that that little kid, the big
Yeah,
one, looks
yeah,
like Mozon Yu's cousin,
yeah.
like a child version of him. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of modaozushi. I suppose I should preface up front that it's been a while since we recorded one of these due to a lot of unforeseen circumstances in both of us. So
Yes.
if we've forgotten anything, chalk it up to that. Let us know in the comments anything we've forgotten that should easily be reconciled with what we've seen. But otherwise, I guess first off, let's go into the board. For the one changelog note that I have, where I connected Zhu Yang to Lansong, Jing, and Lanzan with a red line. I should also indicate, since the board is present, that I am still trying to fix a problem with the board where I have name normalization on for most of our other anime, which is to say a lot of the listings, since this is our own custom coded board, it takes the names from My Anime List, Annie List, etc. And sometimes on there, they're listed as last name, comma, first name. So I've I've put on name normalization to switch those around. Well, that doesn't work so well with Chinese names. So most, if not all of these names are backwards on the board. Right now, that's intentional, to be fixed.
Well, then we move on to notes for season 3, episode 3, The Dream. And for the record, we're still in Yi City. For the record.
Yeah, I know, it's a joke that I was making the entire episode to, I'm sure, future or past audiences' annoyance. Sorry, I also just realized I completely did not put the concept board on the screen. So that's future editors' me's problem.
Well, that was the first note.
Oh, that was a note. Okay.
Yeah, that was a note.
I thought that was just your first joke in the routine that you apparently wanted to do.
That was just it. That's
What's wrong with these people? Okay, so the past vision thing wasn't an all the time thing, but something they needed a willing spirit to accomplish. That makes more sense given all the spirit contacting that we've seen Lanzan doing through the entire story so far. So it's less traveling back and, in time and seeing the past, and more seeing the memories of a specific spirit. I retract my complaints. This is fine, and it fits perfectly into the story's wheelhouse. I guess it also expresses that this is something the Jiang clan is good at, since the Clarity Bell is something all of their cultivators wear.
well. Then I'm still in the old way we were seeing it the first time. That was my reaction this time around. So I guess I'll be the negative Nancy here. So this method was never used before because it's extremely dangerous and apparently requires a person, or in this case a ghost, be channeled through. I guess they have to do it in this way since Zhuang Yan cut her tongue off. Although how that would affect her memories, I don't know.
I mean, what do you mean it affects our memories?
Because you can still use the ability to see. Because the other time was that he would
you
put his
said
finger
it
on
affects our memories, but you don't know how. I'm like, what do you mean it affects their memories?
No,
Are you using affect as in it affect? Sorry, you might be using the word in a different way. I'm saying it affects their memories. It's like, hey, Lessons, I just fed you some drugs. You're not going to remember shit in a while. It's going to affect your memories. And are you just saying it affects their memories as in it uses their memories?
No. Although how, if it does at all, that would affect.
Okay,
your memories.
When you just said no, what you really meant was yes, because your explanation of what you meant is actually what I'm trying to say. That's what you meant. That we're using the word effects in two different ways.
I don't think it does, but
no. I'm not saying that the way that I'm saying to use the word effects is what you're saying or what happened. I'm saying that you're using the word effects in a different definitional term than the way that I thought you were. As I'm saying, if I fed you a drug that messed with your memory, it's going to affect your memory. But you're saying it affects their memory, and I don't know how to use the way that you meant it is the way that you meant it, and it's the different definition than what I was hearing. All right, time for my really short note. Unless I'm mistaken, the events of this flashback segment take place 11 years ago. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I got another note to your note. When you brought up how she had her tongue cut off, at the end of the flashback, she hadn't had her tongue cut off. And then we see her ghost that's missing its tongue, which very much implies a scene not seen in the flashback. That after he was done with the fight, and that those two were dead, she's still fucking there.
Terrified, and well, you know what he does. Okay, so my next note then. So Xiao Shen, Xing Shen can see through his blade, or at least detect undead with it, but Zhuang Yang cut off their tongues, so they couldn't speak, and dosed them with corpse poison. So all this time, Xiao was killing the villagers in his night hunts.
Well, he can't see through his blade. He's doing a
Well, he can,
daredevil.
yeah, they do a thing where he's showing like black and white, and
Literally like
very,
daredevil.
yeah.
I mean, he can't see, though. It's just for us, people with vision, to figure out how he's seeing. But he's not seeing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that leaves in my note then. Why did Zhu Yang cut off all those people's tongues? Was it just to test Zhao Jingchen? If he would recognize the difference between them and the animated corpses? Or was it that they knew who he was and was after him and used this as a method to dispose of them?
I mean, either way, they could not. They couldn't complain because they were. But there's a
I would
thing
argue
about
that a
deliberate.
person who can't speak can still complain.
Yeah, but they couldn't tell someone who's blind, "Hey, but don't kill me. I'm
That's
a living
that's
being,"
different from complaining.
Yeah, or explaining or whatever. They
Again,
couldn't do any of
the
that.
point is, I feel like you're about to answer something from Zhao Xingchen's side, and that's your side of the note. My response note is questioning Zhu Yang's motive. Why did he cut off their tongues?
And the moment that Zhuan Yang doused Song Xishen with the same quartz poison, Xiao Xinchen believed he was an undead and killed him. I mean, he threw some kind of a powder on his
I
face and
mean,
was like, "What the hell is this?" I thought he was just trying to blind him.
sorry,
But
I'm
the
just
fact that
trying to
was a
parse. I
corpse-
have a note that literally regards this. Okay, I'm just going to skip one of my notes to address your note. You know, Zhao Jingchen must have some level of hearing problem. I get the whole idea is that Zhu Yang cut out Lan Song's tongue so he wouldn't be able to say anything in his defense or explain what was going on to Zhao Jingchen as the fight was happening. But Lan Song was shouting everything just moments before the tongue was cut out, which was seconds from Zhao Jingchen stabbing him. He didn't hear any of that.
Is an issue I didn't think about.
Legitimately, what they should have done was not have him standing right behind him, since we know the swords can fly around and do all that shit. She should have been stabbed by the sword, and then the reveal is that he turns back, and in the distance is Zhao Xingchen walking forwards or something. Something reasonable. Because not only that, they're standing in like it's not a valley. Is it a valley? No, it's not a valley.
Crevasse.
Crevasse, yeah.
A
They're
crevasse,
standing in a crevasse, which should amplify the sound of their voices.
Although it was raining and there was thunder as well, but I don't think that would have been enough.
Again, they're shouting.
Yeah.
Shouting and the amplification of voices.
Well, my note that the whole hand holding under the umbrella wasn't romantic. Like, not at all. No, sir. No, sirree. That was not meant to be a romantic moment between these two characters.
Okay, well, now that we at least have your official position on the matter, I'll move on to my note. So, another moment of stupidity from me. I didn't realize that Jing wasn't really blind this whole time, even after they basically told me that she wasn't. I didn't put together them saying that she was born with purple eyes and was a good actor to mean that she preyed on people thinking that she was blind by pretending to be so. I just went through the episode thinking, but how did she know that the blade was there then? And it only clicked for me when she was looking down at her fingers after touching the liver spots. I accept whatever hate I'm going to get in the comments for that. I mean, I didn't have to admit that at all. I just not respond to the comments after that, but I just want to say, I was rewatching and I was, oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah. I don't know why. Did I try? I picked that up, but I didn't say anything about it. So I guess
No,
my
you didn't
fault.
say anything about it because I remember explicitly saying something like something
Actually,
about
say
when she was
white
touching
irises,
the
not
liver.
purple.
No, I mean when I was
Purple.
saying it during the reaction, I said something
Yeah.
about her touching the liver spots and her being blind and being able to figure that out, and you didn't correct me there.
Yeah, I didn't make a note about that as well. But okay, so again, pronunciation. Apologies. Dwayne Yang did what he did on behalf of Xiao Xingchen. That doesn't make sense, at least to me. Because he says, "Oh, I want revenge because they ran out of over my finger, blah blah." But it turns out that he was avenging Xiao.
So I'll skip one of my notes again to address your note with mine. So Shang Ping and his entire clan got killed by Zhu Gang because of who his father was. I wonder if I missed that tidbit or if it was something that I could have guessed ahead of time. Then again, I'm slightly confused as to the implication that Zhu Yang may have killed them to get revenge for Zhao Jingzhen, as it seems like Wei Wuxian is saying.
Yeah. It could be a translation error or something like
No,
that.
I think just a very complicated relationship that we're not understanding.
Well,
This
they
could
got
be,
close over those 2 years, but that happened after he murdered everybody. So,
again, this could be just one of
yeah.
those things that is very easy to understand if you're familiar with Chinese storytelling. But from the
But
outside, we're used to Western storytelling and, I guess, specifically Japanese storytelling. As per what we do here in the show, I'm not going to get into what specifically you and I have read from other locations.
well, my second to last note, and we talked about this during the show, and now we have a teleportation talisman as well.
It's a thing. I didn't make a note about it like I did with the I accept the seeing through a spirit's memories or whatever. I didn't like it, but I didn't make an additional note about it. It's less of a thing from like what you put out when we were discussing it post episode. You said, "Well, what if it requires like a lot of people to do?" And it's like, well, fair enough, maybe. But if we see like one guy at some point during the show go and teleport, then I'm out. Well, I'm not like gonna stop watching the show, but I'm not gonna defend it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, here's something I did complain about a lot though. Zhu Yang got stabbed with a sword that freezes people and wasn't even affected the entire fight. Lan Song got stabbed by it once and died. And yet one needle going through his chest completely incapacitates him. Zhu Yang again, obviously. Yes, I know the human body has a lot of weak points that affect it in different ways, but this is an animation where typically getting hit at all is the thing.
Mind you, also getting his arm cut off didn't help either.
I mean, that
He would
happens
have
after the fact.
survived
It's
it.
the element that he was in position to get his arm cut off
Yeah.
because he gets stabbed once by the needle, bleeding all over the place, and then he chops his arm off.
Yeah.
Versus, once again, getting stabbed by an entire sword did nothing to him.
And my last note, that ending was enigmatic to say the least. What did he mean about Xiang Shen's awakening?
And probably the afterlife.
I guess it could be, cycle of well, no, because they're both Taoist. Do they believe in the Buddhist
I mean, once you said,
reincarnation?
I was starting to think that, and then once you said it, I was like, oh yeah, probably that. When I like one of those, when I see him again, I think it's a lot more vague and usable. Because if you're a Buddhist, you can say that, but also if you just believe in any afterlife, you can say that. It applies to a lot. Well, I got a number of notes left. Seeing Wei Wuxian manipulating all those puppets made me think of a death battle idea. So let me know down in the comments, who do you think would win in a fight? Sasori of the Red Sand or Wei Wuxian?
I don't know Satori or the Red Sand, so
It's a Naruto character.
yeah, I suspected as much, but
You
didn't know
suspected it was a
specifically.
Naruto character?
Yeah, because it feels like something a Naruto character could do.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of anime out there.
Yeah, I know, but it still was, difficult to miss. It was actually Naruto, even if I didn't see it.
I'll say this much, even with all my complaining, nitpicking, and how I acted last reaction, this might still be the best episode of the show thus far, even if I still don't know how it fits into the greater story being told.
I mean, like I said during the reaction, I think it's still the Stygian tiger amulet thing that it's the key.
Yeah, but I mean, introducing it just to introduce this one character and what this one character may or may not be able to do, it's a long way to go for that one thing.
And also Wuxian's self-reflection, like, oh yeah, this guy talks
I said
about
that in the episode.
justice.
There's a crazy distance to go for this one thing. I'm saying it might be the best episode of the show because it's self-encapsulating.
Yeah.
Legitimately, you could cut out like the discussion at the well, no, even then. It is basically like Inception. The very beginning introduces the how I'm gonna wake them up out of the thing. I got the bell, we gotta dunk them in water. And then the end is just a continuation of the flashback, which is the first half. It's very self-encapsulated. I think you could take this episode out of the entire run and show it to somebody, and it would just be good on its own. I mean, you wouldn't get much out of the Wei Wuxian self-reflection part because you wouldn't have that. That would just be what do these scenes have to do with anything? But the rest of it just works fine. My final note before I get into the divergence from the novel section. What happened with Song Lan? Did Wei Wuxian raise him like he did Wen Ning? Was he not really dead and just had or did he have? Sorry, I put a emphasis on that made it sound like I was doing the wrong thing. Was he not really dead and just had a spike in him controlling him while he was alive? Touching ending, having him be there and narrate, but I'm just at a loss at how he's here at all.
I think he turned him into a fierce, super zombie the way it happened with.
Listen, you understand that zombies are dead, right?
Yeah.
So how is he alive again at the end?
Well, he's not.
Okay, so you're going with the first thing that I said. Did he raise him like he did Wen Ning?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. I mean, he doesn't look like Wen Ning, though. Wen Ning has a ghostly appearance to him because he's fucking dead. Well, San Lan, just looks like San Lan.
Well, with the very long fingers and all that, so which means he's being alive or he's been,
Does Wen Ning have very long fingers? Fingernails. I think you meant fingernails.
Fingernails, yeah.
Does Wen Ning have very long fingernails?
No, I haven't seen it because he uses the chains and everything else, so I don't.
Oh yeah, but we see his hands all the time. I just don't recall.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Though he doesn't look like Wen Ning looks like, and there's like no scene in the middle. It's just we deal with them teleporting away. Oh, and there's San Lan again. Didn't you die? Haven't you been dead? All right, then my divergence from the novel section. Not my. It comes from the fandom. In the novel, only Wei Wuxian uses empathy with Aquing. Long Wangji does not.
It's only him traveling and seeing the visions.
Which would imply then that the thing that you had that problem with, the hand-holding scene, doesn't happen.
Well, I don't have a problem with it.
No, yeah, your official note on the record.
No, I was being sarcastic.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Retro that. Okay.
Yeah, I said the 3, 4, and 5 times to say, no, sir, that's not what he meant. You didn't pick up on the sarcasm there?
I already told you. I just read a note where I had to redo it because my vocal inflection. I'm not reading it today. Lessons?
Oh, yeah, it's clearly not.
Rather than pull his sword out at the door, in the novel, Zhu Yang uses candy to lure Aquing to him to test her blindness, and is only convinced that when she nearly walks into, I guess his sword is called Jiangzi.
Calamity, yeah.
Well, I'm just reading what the note says. Sorry, I just realized now that also everything calls her Aquing in the notes here.
No, it's translated. It's put in the translation as Shin, which is weird, but yeah.
Actually, the board resource that I'm using must mean Mal or AniList lists her as Jing. That's why I always refer to as Jing. But it also implies now that the board, I'm realizing, has her on there twice, where I put her as Jing. I also have an Aquing. I'm like, who the fuck is this? So, there's that. Zhao Xinqian's story of Boshan Sanren is cut, and in the novel, Zhu Gang's encounter with Cheng Xian takes place at a pastry shop, not a malt candy stall. Moreover, San Lan's initial discussion with Aquing before confronting Zhu Gang is omitted. So just imagine every time that he's been throwing candy at people, pastry.
Have a donut. Have a scone.
I'm running out of pastries.
Yeah.
In the novel, Aquing is not discovered at the scene of San Lan's death. She is killed near Yuyang after Zhao Xinqian's demise. Due to the rearrangement of events, her confrontation with Zhao Xinqian over what she saw is also cut.
Or compressed, I should say.
No, it says cut. In the animation, Zhu Yang merely had a broken little finger. In the novel, Zhu Yang had actually lost his finger as a result of Cheng Xian's actions. Moreover, he had actually ceased tricking Zhao Xinqian into murder by the time of San Lan's arrival in the novel. Not so in the animation.
In animation, he doesn't have a finger either. They took it off.
Yeah, that's what I was about to argue.
Yeah.
It was also funny. I was thinking about it while I was doing my notes. The element that I didn't notice that he was missing the finger, until he pulls the glove off, which made me think of the Black Ranger in Power Rangers, where I didn't know that he was missing a finger. I think it's his middle finger or ring finger. Probably his middle finger. Until I read a note about it later in life. Like, I watched Power Rangers, religiously as a kid. Never noticed. And then I was like, he's missing a finger. I went, oh, okay, let me look this up real quick. Let me watch a Power Rangers episode. In the novel, Wei Wuxian did not use finalized summoning in the fight against Zhu Yang, and Lang Wingji captured the spirit trapping bag, not Wei Wuxian. In addition, while the fog was thick, it did not cause hallucinations in the novel. And finally, the Gravedigger's use of the mist masking spell is omitted from the animation.
Well, I don't know what that is because we never saw it, so.
Yeah, like I said, the versions from the novel assumes that you know what the hell was going on in the novel.
Yeah,
it works well when it's, oh, this happened, not this. It works less when they say the name of a thing that we've never heard of before. All right, well, that is everything. So nothing left to do but to hop on in and see what we get. Except that it's not. Actually, I forgot. Two things, actually. Sending that. So one other thing we have to get to is that I actually went out and I got to the opening and ending for this season of the show. So I figured before we actually get into the episode, we'll watch the opening, and then when we finish the episode, we'll check out the ending.
It's similar, but not
at all.
Well,
we're going to start watching the episode right after this lesson, and I'm going to pull it up again where you said this looks similar.
Both open with a flower. Oh, this was, again, that style of water painting.
I mean, immediately no spoilers.
Yeah.
Burial mounds.
Like, it sounds like Wuxian's voice actor singing this.
Guso. You City? Hardly recognize the place. I've heard so little about it. Okay, well, we know what happened to him. Maybe that's a spoiler. Oh, the sword burial mound.
Yeah.
I guess that's Frost's in Scabbard. Clarity Bell.
Bell.
Don't know what he caught in the background that vanished.
Oh, he's drinking there, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying there's something going on with what he's been doing since Wei Wuxian's been dead.
Really nice. I like the faux watercolor painting style that they're using there. Clearly CGI, but I like it.
Lesson's just a hater on CGI.
No, I'm just.
I remember
the fact that it's CGI.
Doing the seasonal anime review with you, and I was super into Nausea, and you're like, I fucking hate this CGI.
Oh, if it's bad, it's bad. It's not bad.
It wasn't even bad, Lesson. It wasn't even bad. You just don't like CGI.
I mean, I guess I don't like. I try to avoid very obvious CGI, but this one was fine. I mean, I didn't hate it.
Even though your description of it was, even though it was CGI. This was all good, even though that was CGI. Implying that all CGI is bad, except for the exceptions.
They always prove the rules, so yeah, there you go.
So, again, Lessons hates CGI, and no hand-holding.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button.
Hit that subscribe button.
Comment down below to feed that algorithm.
On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
It's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
There's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
Well,
4副7号灵力，不信应也要带走血阳。阴护符定在其身上。
Oh, the arm.
Well, his arm, not the arm. So now there's two arms to differentiate between.
It starts with a flower too.
Yeah, that wasn't the point of argument that we had. The point of argument was, God, this looks just like it, doesn't it?
Well, that was the point I was saying that it looks like it because it starts with a... And I explained that it starts with a flower.
No, you had added that. You said, well, they both start with a flower. You didn't say, my point was that they both start with a flower.
Then why would I bring it up if that wasn't my point?
to avoid the first thing that you said.
That they look the same because it's
Yeah,
with
because
the
we had a
flower?
whole conversation about them not looking. Well, we didn't have a conversation. I mocked you for a bit about them not looking the same. And then you waited a bit, watched a bit more, and then added that they both start with a flower. Because I'd also argue that if you said they both look the same because they start with a flower, that's equally stupid lessons. I'd mock you for that too.
Why?
Oh, you and that guy who lives down the road from me both look the same lessons. You both started as babies. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's an odd comparison.
That's the same comparison you made. Every
But we're talking
plant
about
I've
very
ever
specific-
seen looks basically the same. They all started as seeds lessons. I don't know what you're getting at. They both start with a flower. Not even the same flower. If we just want to based on what do these two flowers look alike? No, they don't.
I don't know what I know the name of the Spanish word for this flower, I think, but don't know the Chinese or the English version. So if I'm getting it right, which I could get wrong, getting drunk. Okay.
I'm pretty sure we saw
Well,
him
they're back in
drinking in
town
the
again,
new
yeah.
opening.
一月清风小星辰，
So I guess it's kind of a
暴
spoiler.
雪凌霜宋子琛。那般怀情握于的人物，可叹，可
It's
惜。
not a shame you brought one of them back to life,
谁
maybe.
有相逢，终能再聚。
I just became a Taoist while I wasn't looking.
蓝湛，你
Why is
You
he
didn't
crying?
even
What
see
did
the
burn?
story. You weren't in it.
见姑娘，小星辰道长。
I guess they could have told them.
韩国君，
Yeah.
不阻止一下，你去吧。好，那我就帮你管教管教。哎，你们一个个仙门子弟，烧再多有什么用啊？人都死了，收不到的。这离人家家这么近，你怎么这么烧？你又没死过，你怎么知道收不到？这，我怎么知道？
You mean they never died? They legitimately died. Well,
那也肯定是因为没人惦记的缘故。
the only one we can't confirm died or not is Zhu Yang.
那我就如此失败，没有一个人想我的吗？哎，蓝湛，至少你啊，我们好歹3月同窗。
Do they know? I guess they do know that.
你就一次都没有。
Well, no, he's only having this conversation up here.
之前也
Yeah.
不需要。
Again, I'm telling you, Lan Zan was up to something.
那具走尸查得如何了？走尸？
He's gonna be the mastermind behind a bunch of shit. Fool, you don't open the soul-containing bag in the middle of
In
a
the
city.
middle. Yeah.
右臂和躯干同鬼手一致，是好兄弟的。好兄弟。左称呼那位被五马分尸的仁兄吧。双腿可
Why
见
good
鞭尸后，
brother?
再加之以薛洋睚眦必报的性格，这具被缝合的尸身多半是常思安。好兄弟分尸碎魂和怀藏山镇杀试验，应该都出自薛洋之手。而那帮黑衣死士一路尾随我们来到驿城，却只带走了薛洋。
It's interesting they're calling them assassins, even when we call them spies the whole time.
好兄弟右臂和躯干的确切下落。
当年溧阳尝试血案，玄门声讨，薛洋本就极端谨慎，定会留有后手。
No, they called for him to be dead, not
好兄弟
punished.
右臂躯干下落，应是其中一招。
那是，再加上阴虎符，就算有人真想对他动手，也会投鼠忌器的。那黑衣死士背后的势力，你怎么看？
知晓薛洋未死，且身上有阴虎符的人，这世上并不多。
Well, saw the color of his robes. Well, this is awkward.
那头猫师座椅的幕后
They
主谋是
legitimately
谁
just
这
used
盘
a
棋
frame of the show
该收官。
for their remade opening animation.
哎，孩儿们，谁是你孩儿们？关于猫
No,
山
your kids.
你们还有什么发现吗？
我曾根据相关线索绘了一图，大多数猫尸案发生地都在一条线上，直指一城，
Oh yeah, forgot all about the
唯有
cat
一处
thing.
偏离于此线之外。
哦，是哪儿啊？
Human, I guess.
I believe that is where
Yung
Dan Lee went when she was forced away.
啊，有赏相可啊！
死啊！
Oh,
Because Fairy is the only dog that exists.
不是木耳搞的。
小苹果，
what?
仙子，仙子。
And you keep telling me that Fairy is a good dog.
我还没怪你
I will say Apple's a fucking idiot, though.
弄头咬的。
Mule kick is the way you take things out.
仙子可是我小叔叔送我的。哼，你少拿脸封村压人。小苹果还是韩光君送我的呢。
骗人！韩光君怎么可能？不可能吧？
哎呀，乖苹果，马上就送你回云深不知处养伤。
不行，你那驴每天吵得族内前辈个个心悸不寐。
不然我们也不会带它下山了。
I guess the irony is that Apple may have actually just belonged to Mozon Yu,
我说驴蠢，
Yeah.
你上赶着自认我也不拦着。
was tied outside the location where he was, where he died.
喧哗，
Okay, but what's Fairy's problem with the donkey now?
Fairy's a bad
You never had a
boy.
problem with him.
Fairy's a bad
What?
dog.
这成不
No, she
往
isn't.
台倒不少。
Actively chases down someone terrified of her.
韩光君，莫前辈，
She wasn't attacking. She was just basically trying to be
便是在这
playful.
座观音
So
庙
you're
附近
saying
发
it's
生
good to torment somebody who has a
不过我
phobia?
看过庙内，
No, I don't think she
Well, that's what
understood
Fairy
that
was
she
doing, and then
tormenting.
Fairy's attacking Apple, which has been our first animal pet in the entire show.
It's some blessings.
庙宇寻常都见于
It's
深
almost like
浅，
fireworks or popsicles. I can't tell what's going on.
到极少见。
这香火还挺旺的嘛。
Wisdom and insights. Uh-oh.
Did she also get
Okay.
married here?
And did we get transported to India?
I was thinking Middle East. That's more of an Arabian feel to me. I thought we were looking back at Yan Li's wedding day or
韩
something
光君，
Yeah.
在这城中
until we saw the
如何
dancing woman. I don't know who the hell that was.
好，
Could have been a brothel?
那
This
我
was a
会定义
brothel
这就
once?
去安排。
I'll remember
Oh, we've
that.
seen that kite before.
Yeah, shot by an arrow. That's what Shao was pissed off about. Your clan member shot their thing with an arrow. Because it flies as high as the sun, represents the sun. It was his whole argument.
这个是我的，可以把它给我吗？谢谢。
You're playing me.
一粒老鼠，你快点儿，快跟上！来了来了！嘿嘿，
瞧见没，南寨，石头
I mean, I guess be happy that he's not upset about playing
还
you.
是陈情了。
Yeah. So they're recreating the games, the recent history.
So who's playing Wen Shao?
哟，射日之争呢？
哎呦，太阳自己掉下来了，这下谁做老大？ 当然是我，我是金光瑶，温家的大恶人是我杀的。
不对，我聂明觉打胜仗的次数最多，我才是老大。
可我是仙都呀，
仙都又怎么样？还不是见了我就要夹着尾巴跑。
二哥，大哥又要打我。
好了好了，
Well, we know who you're
不
playing.
要争了。我是夷陵。
You're Nihon Swang. That feels like a Nihon Swang character to me.
就我勉强一下，做了这个老大吧。
哎，不对，我是三毒圣手，我才是最厉害的。
你哪次不是输给我呀？怎么好意思说自己最厉害？你羞不羞呀？
我比不上你，你怎么死的记得吗？
I also say that that little kid, the big
Yeah.
one, looks
Yeah.
like Mozan Yu's cousin,
Yeah.
like a child version of him.
你们推我干什么呀？你们那么多人打我一个，不算不算。
That's how he died. Many against one.
I was like getting pushed.
Well,
谢谢大哥哥。
I'd also say we haven't seen him die yet.
给你。
走了，蓝
are
湛。
those peas? I guess that's where they're firing, right? Peas.
好久没有吃到过这么地道的云梦菜了。
怎么了？
想人陪我喝酒了？
酒来了！
啊
来，本地有名的何家酿啊，劲道十足，一坛不倒，跟你像。
那来5坛。
嘿，客官真是爽快。
10坛。
啊？
I don't think we've ever seen anybody pay for
你
anything.
不是想喝酒
Yeah.
吗？
Oh, the jars were his.
哎呀，瞧这2位公子不像本地人士，可是专程来观音庙祈愿呢。
对啊，那庙内菩萨真有这么灵？
当然了，我们这庙啊，可是某个大人物路经云平城，闻天地感召而建的，来头大着呢。
大人物。
I mean, now's the time to ask. Yeah.
那就不清楚了。反正这庙啊就是灵。
So influential, no one knows their
那
name.
些阿杂晦气。要知道，那地方以前啊，可是座勾栏院。
Yep, it used to be a brothel.
勾栏院哪儿去了？
不知道，我也是听人说的。这庙故事老多了，我们本地人
Influential person came in, flipped the tables over, stopped all the money lending. It was Jesus. Jesus was that influential
这也是
person.
云梦江氏管辖地。
Yeah.
怎么不直接找他们？
哎呦，哪儿敢啊！
He was going on a vacation in Japan and he stopped by and it's like, build a temple here.
为了抓个大魔头，常常拿人回莲花坞严刑拷打，那惨叫声，方圆几里都听得见。
Well,
哎，啊，对了，
your character taking quite a turn in lessons.
老祖魏无
If
钱。
you've forgotten, you're drawn as him.
好酒量啊，公子！我这是第一次看到了喝完一坛都不倒的。哎，公子，您姓什么呀？
I don't know if this implies that Wei Wuxian in Mozan Yu's body
好嘞，
has that,
今天起
or if
我就想
Mozan
了
Yu was a drunkard and has that.
蓝湛，辣椒。
He had the spicy fucking porridge. I think he's faking.
哎呀，蓝湛，
Oh, is this gonna be the released inhibitions episode?
这么一整杯下去，居然没反应。可以啊，蓝湛。
No. Yeah.
If he's not faking, I guess that's a hole in my idea.
堂堂寒光君，
Yeah.
But I think he's
却
faking.
是杯倒。都这样了，你得好好睡一觉吧。
Especially because everything that happened only happened after he indicated something. Oh, you should be drunk right now. Suddenly is drunk.
Yeah, but the ears, that would have been weird to fake. Not impossible, but
He is a cultivator.
我， 什么叫不能一概而论？什么叫创此道者也未必想过要用它为非作歹？血阳是个禽兽不如的人渣，魏婴比他更让人恶心。这种邪魔外道就该统统杀光、死光、灭绝。
我并非是想给魏无
And
羡
you know who he is too,
只
so
是建议
double whoop.
不清楚来龙去脉之前，不要随意下定论。
不要随意下定论。穷奇道劫杀，血洗不夜天，不是魏婴和鬼将军干的。我父亲、我母亲，不是魏婴和鬼将军害死的。
Yeah, it really does seem like you should hate Wen Ning more than Wei Ying.
抱歉，
Yeah.
是我考虑不周，失言。
Going through his own shit. But hey, maybe you shouldn't have stabbed him in the back. That should have been.
公子，温宁，心怀过往，但也要向前看。
Really hard for you to say it's not your fault when you actively also blamed him in the past.
Yeah.
Also something
Is
we
that how
haven't
he
seen
died?
yet.
Is that how he died in the
I don't know.
explosion?
Who activated a massive explosive?
蓝湛，这么快就醒了？
Tag, you're it. I've taken your guilt and thrown it away. What are we doing?
靴子怎么反的？韩光君，这是几？
I don't answer stupid questions.
Okay.
Oh, I was worried he was gonna rip his fingers like a V or something.
蓝湛，你醉了。
没有。
This is an Arby's.
你这要去哪儿？
回姑苏。
等一下，你不会想这副模样被小辈们撞见吧？韩光君，你这乾坤袖里的东西，还真是令人叹为观止啊！
I mean, one of those you had as a child.
都不喜欢。你喜欢纸钱？
啊？
纸钱，王者之物，你不是。
原来那个不需要是这个意思。
Yeah, I mean, because everyone tried to bring you back, so your soul must have been out there.
你韩光君于氏的英名就不保了。
Well, that explains the one thing in the other opening too, where they're just jumping around on the roofs.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck would cause that to happen?
这情景，像不像咱们在云深部之手听学那时候，我拎着天子像，要找我去领罚。
Back to season 1.
Exactly the thing I was talking about.
I imagine the people, inside those, they're like, "What the hell's going on in there?"
No, because these people are light enough to stand on like a tip of a sword, so.
蓝湛，你这醉的可真是太有水平了。蓝湛，你乖乖待在这儿，等我了结了这里的事，便随你回姑苏，可好？信我。
Wow. Secondary kiss, or whatever the fuck you call it.
Very dramatic. Boom. Yeah.
招引万魂。
Why now? Especially with everybody inside.
这样都换不出怨灵。
No, the courtesans. Trying to summon the courtesans.
Yeah.
阵法。
Find out what's going on.
果然。
Or entertainment. I really had no idea why you would do it.
这就是用猫式业务来 这阵虽然复杂，但只要推演得当，还是能找出阵眼来的。蓝湛，可有纸？
The hell do he have in his sleeves? Bag of holding? What the hell? And he knows he's been someone. Oh, there's one of the towers.
Who throws caltrops at people? Got your manifesto.
跑得还挺快。他偷了我的东西，不追？
演戏，不追。
不错呀，蓝湛，醉成这样，居然还能看出来我演戏。哼。哎呀，这些人想利用我来得到阵眼的确切位置。
Yeah.
可布阵的也
Not
是
good.
高手。那阵眼所在，其实1-2天就能推演出来的。
Was that also the guy that was serving them the drinks?
标出的阵眼虽然是假的，但这连结数可是真的。这就叫放着。
Right, I forgot they had that compass from Pirates of the Caribbean. We're not going to bring back the turtle monster, are we?
I don't know.
I said that back then. If you could raise anything from the dead, that giant monster thing
I
would
mean,
certainly be a
the
thing.
original Stygian amulet came from that, so.
No, I'm pretty sure he made that himself, because the only thing that came
From
from
the
there was the
sword.
sword covered in crap.
Yeah, he made it from the sword.
I don't think he did.
Yep.
I don't see any point arguing this lessons. I don't think he did. And then you think he did. That's our current stance. Nothing's going to be solved from the back and forth. I don't think he did. I think he did.
Well, the comments will probably solve it for us.
I doubt it. Comments seem to come way later. One of us who's more worried about being right will probably do something for the next note section.
If I remember.
Oh, so it is you who cares about being right more than anything else. Oh, I mean, I'm just saying that I brought up the element of animating the monster thing back when we first saw him, back when we first killed him. And now that we have a villain that's all about animating the dead, why wouldn't they? Now, I didn't get a good look at whoever was sitting in the chair next to the water, but I don't know why you'd focus on the turtle, if not for the fact we had a turtle monster, or a turtle dragon, or whatever the fuck it was, a Bowser, before.
Dragon turtle, yeah. Or whatever it was.
I'm just saying the element that we had a focus on it makes sense. Only in that context. Otherwise, what? Unless turtles mean something very important in Chinese lore and mythology, that
turtles,
you could look at the thing and be like, oh, they're indicating towards X.
It means a thing that we don't know what it means, so it doesn't matter to us. Ah, the lamp lights. Well, yeah, the lamp lights.
I don't think that's what they're called.
These look more like production stills.
So they're more like paper lanterns. Significantly louder than the rest. So I pulled my volume all the way back to... Why the lightning? Who's the kid?
Oh. Yeah, it looks like he's holding it.
It looks more like Adu from Apothecary Diaries than it did Wuzan Yu or Wei Wuxian. It's a good song, though.
Yeah, I do like it.
Sounds very familiar. I mean, not the Chinese part of it, but like the beat.
Yeah.
I mean, the beat of her singing. The cadence of her singing.
Cadence, yeah.
Yeah, I swear, in this art style, Wei Wuxian looks like Adu from Apothecary Diaries. But that could be just the fact that Adu is purple and black.
Well, there might be panels from the Donghua, actually.
Why are you back there? Your character was back there, along with Nihon Song.
Yeah. It could have been in panels from the like I said, the Donghua instead of being art stills.
Could be.
Yeah, which is beautifully drawn, by the way. I really like that.
I just can't place what the song is reminding me of. I almost want to say it's like a Christmas song I might be thinking of. I'm not saying she's singing a Christmas song. I'm saying that the music...
The cadence, yeah.
No, I'm saying like music is a lot like anything else, in which case that there are just a lot of things that can sound alike because there's just so many tones the human ear can hear. And then how many of those tones are pleasant to hear and how many of them get repeated. I think we've all heard the 4 chords song.
4 chords of pop music.
Well, it's just called 4 chords by Axis of Awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I liked it. Probably somebody in the comments eventually will tell us what the song is, if it is a popular song or unique to this or what have you, right?
It's going to be the last ending we hear, so there's no season after this, unless we watch Q.
Yeah, I don't think so. So, yeah, pretty good. I actually like this better than the Japanese one, because the Japanese, it sounds less generic, at least to my ears, than the Japanese one, the outro. I think that's kind of the problem with the Crunchyroll ones. They feel very anime, right? It could be any show, right? Change the graphics to be any show, right? Yeah.
Lessons, where'd you go? I can't see you.
Yeah. Change the graphics and it could be just about anything. Well, this one feels more, at least the outro, not so much the intro, but the outro feels very more specific to what they're going for.
I mean, my thing is I can obviously remember this one because I just heard it. Could not remember the Japanese one, even though we just got done watching the episode. I don't know. Obviously, my guess that Lanzan could have been Spy Master, which I only think I came up with this episode, obviously wrong, if whoever the hell we're looking at was a Spy Master. And I think heavily indicating that any thoughts I had that Lanzan was up to something. Wrong, too. Unless he's faking it, which I've thrown out there multiple times.
True.
That he's using the veneer of being drunk as an excuse to put out the feelings that he actually feels.
Yeah, I mean...
in if not reciprocated, I would be destroyed. So I'm going to do it like I'm drunk, and then if it's not reciprocated, I can just say I was drunk.
Yeah. Have an escape hatch there.
Yeah, because it would be less shameful for him to be drunk, in which I'm saying it is shameful for him to be drunk. But I can at least, that would be less for me than, I don't know, I think it would destroy him either way.
Yeah.
But I mean, the moment he pulled out, like, the childhood effect, not affections, the childhood.
The little drum and...
No, I was trying to think of the word. A word for items that are meaningful to you, and it starts with an A. I just can't think of what I was trying to think of.
Not artifacts.
No, it's kind of like, it's like that, it's like affections, but it's like, I'm doing that thing where, you can read a word that has all the letters, starts with the same letter, ends with the same letter, and your brain doesn't put it together. I'm having like a verbal dyslexia or something.
I mean, not a bad episode overall. More low key.
Maybe I meant affectations.
Affectations, yeah. Childhood affectations. But that's more like, that's not items, that's more behaviors.
Yeah.
You have an affect, like a tell or something like that in poker, right?
I don't know. Maybe I've been using affectation wrong my entire life. I don't know. Sometimes I use it for what you just said, mannerisms, behaviors, etc. But I think I've used affectations to mean objects before too.
Yeah. But basically, this episode was more relationship development and seeing the impact of the legends that were created during the Sunshine campaign, like the little kids playing. It's like, oh yeah, no, this is how people remember this, right? They remember the kite, they remember who was the leader of this and that, and
I don't think applying childhood games to the greater, knowledge base of how people consider everything is how that works.
I mean, in a general folk tale style, yeah, I think it does.
I don't know. Kids playing cowboys and Indians or something like that, and one of them wants to be Jesse James. I don't think the kid knows the lore and actual personality of Jesse James.
No.
They're just,
but they
I know
heard
Jesse
about
James was a bandit in the West, therefore I'm playing the bandit in the West.
But it's a similar vein, right? You play cowboy and Indians because
I just don't believe it, is my point. I don't believe that we take that for anything other than the element that they were using the kids to express to us what we should feel for those people. Not feel, I guess. The very generic one-sentence thing that we should feel about those people. Because they were 100% on the money.
Yeah, so relationship drama, kids playing games.
There's no relationship drama.
Oh, I mean, a drama, but...
Yeah, I'm saying it's not drama.
Yeah. And Pictures of the Past, and of course the Spy Master Assassins, whoever that guy was, who apparently wants to undo the thing in the temple, I guess, to summon the spirits and using them.
Well, no, because it was preventing their summoning.
Yeah, that's what it is. But he was like, "Oh, I'm going to look. They want me to tell them what the crux of the."
My implication was that they did it. That the influential person who came through here is the one that did it, and that's going to be related to the Spy Master. And that's why they don't know who the influential person was, unless. All right, I'm putting it together. They do know who the influential person is. One, they can't tell us because we, the audience, shouldn't know yet. But two, I do also think that the guy serving them was that guy who was dead. And he did know, and that's why he's dead.
Watch again, as we always do. Watch the episodes again and take notes and see where that leads.
To discussion. That's the only place it does lead.
Exactly.
All right, well, all that said, I guess there's nothing left but to say once again that I've been Theta, this has been Lessons, we've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?